Sup, Nerd Amigos? It's Star Trek Thursday. John Norgrove, this is wife. I did the whole thing backwards. It's fine, don't worry. Anywho, so because we have no new Star Trek coming out, we've decided to do, to just start watching Star Trek Voyager from the very beginning. I've seen Star Trek Voyager all the way through probably 5 times, maybe even as many as 10 times. I like Star Trek Voyager, and I've seen all the episodes like many times. But you've only ever seen a few episodes of Voyager before.
That's right. I've never really seen Voyager except for a handful of episodes.
So it's new Voyager for her, and it's retreading classic Voyager for me. Insofar, or over the last week, however you choose to accept that, we have gone through episode 12. So we've seen episodes 1 through 12 of season 1. We actually only have 3 more episodes this season. Then we get to transition into season 2.
We were trying to get through all of season 1 before Thursday, but it just
didn't work out. We watch wrestling a lot, 4 nights a week. So
we have a commitment.
We have a commitment there that takes up some time. But we have been watching a ton of Star Trek in any downtime we can find. Yeah. Okay. So if you don't know anything about Star Trek Voyager, fucking get your life together. Hyper TLDR, Voyager is a sort of advanced scientific scout vessel that gets slungshot into the Delta Quadrant, which is like
super far away.
Super far away. I'll find
75 years far away.
I'll find a map of the galaxy. The Delta Quadrant is the one quadrant of the galaxy that the Federation hasn't explored. The Alpha and Beta Quadrant are where the Federation is primarily. And the Gamma Quadrant is where the wormhole next to DS9 exits. So we have like a little shortcut into the Gamma Quadrant there. Or at least I'm like 99% certain about all that. It's been a while since I've looked at a fucking stellar cartography map from Star Trek. Yeah, Voyager is one of my favorite Star Trek shows. Janeway is a fucking fantastic captain. I love Janeway so much. Kate Mulgrew is the best. I love her. We've met her in person. Yep. I have her. She signed one of my Voyager starships, which is dope. It also has the Doctor, who I love to death. Follow him on YouTube.
Robert Picardo.
Robert Picardo's YouTube is fire.
Pretty fantastic.
It is 50% him affecting an accent and giving you like silly advice about love, and 50% him just like recalling technobabble from Voyager and just reciting it on a walk or something.
He's just been like doing a whole bunch of weird little short videos during the whole pandemic, and it's really fantastic.
He's the best. He's the best. He's the best. I've met Harry Kim. We've both met Harry Kim. I've met Harry Kim several times. He's super cool. Awesome guy. I'm trying to think who else I've met. I've met Neelix. I have him signed on. I think I have a model of his ship that has his signature on it. Do I know anybody else from Star Trek? Have I met anybody else from Voyager specifically? Probably, but not that I can think of off the top of my head. But no, everybody that I've met from the cast, and honestly, all Star Treks, they're all so nice. They're all such cool people. I sang doo-wop karaoke with Robert Picardo on stage in front of a bunch of people one time. I was very drunk. Very drunk. That's how drunk I had to be convinced of it. But I had a great time doing it nonetheless. It was actually my first experience doing karaoke in front of a large crowd. Was at a Star Trek convention. Yeah. So, and then, you know, I started doing karaoke at the comic book shop, and that became a whole fucking thing. So, yeah, whatever.
And it's the whole reason we're married.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So, yeah, go to Star Trek conventions, do karaoke, get out of your comfort zone. What the fuck ever. Anywho, so this first season of Voyager, insofar as we have seen, has had some pretty interesting episodes. We've learned a pretty large amount about the crew and the Maquis, and Captain Janeway's hairstyles changing in this season several times. But of the 12 episodes we've watched, which episode is your favorite? You can describe the episode, and I'll tell you what name it is.
Okay, my
if you don't remember
favorite
the names,
episode is where they go to the pleasure planet, where the guy who's like Star Trek discount Jeff Goldblum is trying to like get him to stay.
He is kind of like swarthy Star Trek like, Jeff Goldblum.
He's a little, but only Jeff Goldblum from like the newer.
He's halfway between
Thor movie.
He's halfway between new Thor Jeff Goldblum and the creepy Italian guy on the train
in Eurotrip. That's exactly what he's like.
Yeah. He's so creepy. I love it. He's like, oh yeah, like this is just what he's very handsy with Captain Janeway the whole time. We're just like, oh yeah, you're just gonna hands her shoulder like that.
He was
fucking
very familiar with Janeway's
quite familiar.
It was pretty funny.
Hey, listen, about halfway into that episode, it seemed like Janeway was pretty okay with getting quite familiar with him. You know what I'm saying? Until he like denied him the technology that didn't work anyway. So Prime Factors. That is a fantastic episode. In that episode specifically, they come across a pleasure planet. Well, they actually get like hailed by a ship that's like, hey, you guys, rumors have spread that you're out here. Maybe y'all need a break. Why don't you come to our pleasure planet? Their whole like trade is about stories, which is super fascinating. Like the value is in stories, and they ask permission to share other people's stories. It's very, very interesting. But they have consent for stories, but apparently not for touching people's shoulders creepily. Hashtag not my pleasure planet.
They had like fun costuming and
they did cool costuming,
hairstyles and stuff. I really like as you go from like civilization to civilization, how like they change their dress and their hairstyles, and of course like the makeup. Some cultures get it, and some cultures don't have it, and some cultures have like pretty extensive prosthetics. So it's fun for me with like a costuming background to like look at this stuff and like see what it is that they're like choosing to do, and I really enjoy it because I like to think of like, okay, well, why would this civilization dress like this in this way, and like what does that say about them, and that sort of thing. I really like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say a close second for the episode that I liked is the one where Chakotay has Janeway go and meet her spirit animal.
That's like a C plot in...
It's only like a very small scene, but I really enjoyed it. And we were watching that episode, and I was just like, man, I wonder if somebody put this like up on YouTube for people to like find their own like spirit animal. Like, can we maybe like re-listen to that part of the episode and just get like in a meditative state, and so that we can find our spirit animal? But also, why is Janeway's spirit animal a lizard? I would expect that her spirit animal...
Chakotay is one of those characters, and I don't know if you're a Chakotay fan, let me know below. That would be super interesting. In my opinion, Chakotay is sort of like the catch-all for a lot of pretty insensitive shit about Native American peoples. It just, I don't know, there's something about the way that he brings it across that feels that way. And I can be 100% wrong. I don't know very much about that. But it seems like when they need to fill a B plot space, that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? And so, like, is a lizard her spirit animal? I don't know. Maybe it'll come up as something different in a later episode.
Spirit animal would be like a friendly parrot.
I don't know about that.
Like an African gray parrot is like what her spirit animal I think would be. I've had African gray parrot as a pet when I was a kid, and they're very like they're very demanding, and like they want what they want, and they're going to tell you what they want in the shortest way possible. But also, like, they're kind of like secretly like little cuddle buddies, and they have like feelings and stuff. So that's why I think that Janeway's.
Nor does she really have feelings about stuff.
She's definitely got him. She's definitely got him.
Murdering.
Janeway is an African gray parrot, in my eyes.
What do you think Janeway's spirit animal should be? I don't know if that's racist or not. In fact, I'm pretty certain it is. But yeah, let us know in the comments below about anything. So the episode with the episode Prime Factors, which is episode 9, they're using a spatial trajector technology that's that allows them to travel like 40,000 light years at a jump, like instantaneously. It's sort of like halfway between transporters and warp drive technology. They're folding space using Dekion particles, For me, the best part of that episode specifically, other than all the technobabble bullshittery, is the fact that the only reason why their spatial projectors are able to open up that large of a fold in space is because there's a subsurface layer of quartz on this planetoid, and the quartz reflects the Dechion particles back into the trajector array that allows them to do this, which is funny because in, like, magical practices and stuff, quartz is an amplifier.
We were just talking about that briefly in our podcast.
In our podcast, Hornet Cauldron podcast, it's everywhere. Go fucking listen to that shit. Yeah, I found that to be a funny anecdote. I don't necessarily know that they thought that far fully when they wrote it. I think that it was just one of those, like, technobabble, name a rock that's different, this one.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing. Everybody knows quartz exists. You know, it wasn't lapis lazuli, you know what I'm saying? But, still, like, that was really interesting. For me, I think the best episode is, I think it's called Time and Again. Episode 3, which is where they're investigating a planet that died, and time travel shenanigans, primarily because everybody's wearing a corset. Everybody's wearing, like, sort of this, like, softer corsetry.
Everybody on the planet.
This whole species, men and women, they wear, like, soft corsetry as, like, an overcoat thing, and everybody has the same, like, black purse that they're carrying with them, men and women. It's even like the soldiers got like their little black purse underneath their guns.
Yeah, and it's all cross-body.
Also, the bad guys are using like literally just prop like 007 like Walter PPKs that just shoot lasers or fucking whatever. It's so good. Oh my god, it's such a good episode. And then the whole episode is basically just like a fever dream sequence because they solve the problem and it erases Voyager's contact all the way back to when they first detected the anomaly, and they just this time they didn't, and they just flew past the planet. Which I love those kind of episodes where it's just like, well, you were wrong the whole ass time. Yeah, no, this is a really fantastic season of Voyager. The next season of Voyager coming up has some more fantastic stuff. And yeah, so pretty much what our plan is for this is every Thursday we're just going to go over what episodes of Voyager we have seen. We're going to talk about our favorites. Tell us what your favorites is from this time of Voyager, episodes 1 through 12, season 1, and we'll just continue the discussion down in the comments below. But either way, I have been John Noldrop, this has been White. This is Star Trek Thursday. We watched season 1, episodes 1 through 12 of Star Trek Voyager. And we will catch you guys next time, huh? Oh, don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, and subscribe.
And ring that bell.
Yeah, do that thing also. All right, catch you guys next time.